Vaccines have led to 7 diseases being eliminated from the United States, along with saving millions of people every year. By vaccinating yourself and your children, you are not only protecting their life, but lives of many others as well. Many agencies regulate to use the vaccines to ensure they are the safest possible for the human body. After the research of effectiveness, the vaccinations, I have come to understand the importance of vaccinations along with the measures that are taken to ensure public safety. I know many of you have heard about the negative effects of vaccines, but I ask you to listen to the facts I have found regarding the benefits a person can have from receiving a vaccination. There are many agencies that regulate vaccine production to ensure safety. The Center of Disease and Control, the Food and Drug Administration, and the National Institute of Health are just 3 of the multiple agencies that oversee production and manufacturing of vaccines. The Center for Disease and Control monitors diseases outbreaks in the United States and conducts extensive research to ensure the proper vaccine is being used. To guarantee vaccines are safe from the body, the Food Administration oversees all vaccines that are created. For example, the FDA sets all guidelines that a company must abide by in order to legally create a vaccine. The guidelines that are used by the FDA for the vaccines are the same regulations used for manufacturing of drugs. The National Institute of Health studies vaccines that are used and along with effectiveness of preventing particular diseases. The National Institute of Health also ensures the proper vaccines are being used to diseases won't become resistant. All of these agencies are created to protect the public of the United States. Our health is greatly protected by even every single one of these agencies. Now that you've learned about some of the agencies that are protecting our safety, let's take a look at the benefits from some of the most popular vaccines in the United States. There are 9 diseases that most states require a person to be vaccinated for. If a person wishes to be exempt from a vaccine, they must fill out a proper exemption form for their home state for approval. Most vaccines are given through a needle. They can also be given through a capsule as well as liquid form. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, the most common vaccinations are required in the United States for prevention for tetanus, pertussis, polio, influenza, measles, and a few others. In 1921, there were over 206,000 active cases of diphtheria in the United States, which led to 15,520 deaths a year. Since a vaccine has been created in present day, there are less than 5 cases per year. By acknowledging just this once fact, is easy to understand the benefits this vaccine creates for the human body. According to the Center for Disease and the Control, polio is a crippling disease that can leave 10 out of 100 people infected and this disease dead. But because there is a vaccine available, you can ensure your resistance from contacting the disease. Due to the fact that there is no cure for this disease, receiving a vaccination is essential in protecting public health. The polio vaccine is so effective that 99 out of 100 people who receive the vaccine will be protected from contracting the disease. It is important to receive the vaccine of Haemophilus influenza type B because before vaccines were being administered for influenza B, 12,000 children were being diagnosed with the disease every year. According to Dr. Ann Schlott, the director of the Center of Disease and Control, National Center of Immunization and Respiratory Diseases, states unless than a decade of using HIV vaccine, the serious disease was nearly wiped out of the United States. In order to become 97% less likely to contract measles, you must receive 2 doses of measles vaccine. Since the vaccine for measles has been created, measles has been completely from the United States. It is important to receive the measles vaccine because the disease is still very common in foreign countries, and receiving the vaccine is the only way to ensure the most protection from the contracting measles. For a person becoming exempt from vaccination, they must have a reason such as medical or religion. Dr. Tori McGon, MD, an emergency department physician, provides how much of a greater risk unvaccinated children are for illnesses. For children who are unvaccinated, some estimate the high of 5 to 8% of them have a serious infection in their body stream and around their brain. For children who are fully vaccinated, the risk for bloodstream and brain infection is less than 1/100th of a percent. With this being said, you can see how beneficial vaccines are for your children. In conclusion, please remember vaccines are a vital way to prevent diseases and maintain a low amount of active cases in the United States. There is no way I can make you vaccine yourself or your children, but by providing these facts, the effectiveness and safety of vaccines, I hope I have helped you understand the importance of vaccines for not only yourself but the world. And I found these on American Academic Academy for Pediatrics, Centers for Disease and Control Prevention, and the consequences of refusing vaccines.